What's up, everybody? This is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Saturday morning to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. It is wildcard weekend for the London Bulldogs as we are battling off against the 9-7 Minnesota Vikings here in London. And as you guys know, the London Bulldogs are not the only undefeated team as well. The Chicago Bears are as well undefeated, so there were two undefeated teams. Only one undefeated team could take the number one seed, and it was the Chicago Bears. So we end up in wild card weekend, and there's a benefit to that. We get more episodes in the season because of the postseason videos that I'm about to make here. So with this being said, we'll see you guys at kickoff time. Alright, so our goal is to win whatever it takes. You gotta win against this good Minnesota Vikings team. But they were the 7th seed, so this should be an easy win for the London Bulldogs.
Today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. Roethlisberger and the London Bulldogs taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
So this is wildcard weekend. There's supposed to be 3 games, but the other two, one of them is the Philadelphia Eagles at the Seattle Seahawks for wildcard weekend. And the other one, I believe, to my understanding, has to involve possibly the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. So the Philadelphia Eagles won that game for wildcard weekend. So the Bulldogs kick this one off. The Vikings are ready to return. And the Vikings are going to get stopped at the 31. So Kirk Cousins, the Michigan State product, and the former Washington Redskins quarterback steps onto the field for the first time today. And like I was saying about the Dallas game, they won against the Falcons. So Dalvin Cook is going to run this in, and he's going to get stopped at the 33 there. So this will lead into a 2nd and 8 here for the Minnesota Vikings. So Kirk Cousins, he's ready to throw. He's going to throw the football to Tajay Sharp. And he is 1 for 1 there. And that will be a 1st down and 10. So we're going to play some defense here. So now he's going to hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook, and he does not lose nor gain any yards on that play, as this will now become a 2nd down and 10. So now Kirk Cousins throws the football to Dalvin Cook. He gets a 1st down. Okay, now this is 4th and 11 from the 36-yard line. So the Vikings are going to kick it. Is it good? It's no good there. So it is London Bulldogs football there. And now we see Ben Roethlisberger stepping on the field for the first time today for this London Bulldogs team. He led them to 16 wins and no losses. So now Ben Roethlisberger throws the ball to Odell Beckham Jr., and he's going to break tackles, and he's going to get stopped there at the 13. So this will lead into a 1st down and 10. And there's only 41 seconds to go in this first quarter. So we're going to use the double slants here for our offense. So 19 seconds to go. Roethlisberger ready to throw. And he's going to pass it to Larry Fitzgerald, and that will be a touchdown for the London Bulldogs. First receiving touchdown of the postseason and the game, as the London Bulldogs now lead this one 7-0 here in London, England. We'll see you guys in the second quarter. All right, now it is 7-0 here in London, England, as it's the second quarter. And the London Bulldogs are going to be using the 46 defense here, as now they're going to hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook, and loses 1 yard there on that play. So this will lead into a 3rd down and 12 now from the 29-yard line here in London, England. So now Kirk Cousins, he's ready to throw the football. That will be incomplete. So 2 for 4 there that time. So now we're going to be ready to return the punt. And we got Jalen Ramsey ready to return. And he's been doing really well in punt returns wise. So he has done punt returns for touchdowns. Hopefully he can get it on this drive. So now he's going to return, and he's going to get stopped there at the 48. So this will lead into a 1st and 10. 32-yard return there, by the way, as it's now going to be 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. So now we got Drew Brees, and he's going to get stopped there at the 39 for only a gain of 13 yards there. The 20-year veteran from Purdue who spent some time with the San Diego Chargers and the New Orleans Saints. So Drew Brees, he's going to hand the ball off to Mark Ingram. He's going to break tackles, and we'll get a 1st down around the 26-yard line. So this is going to be a 1st and 10. So now we're going to use a wassail, and I'm thinking of passing the ball to possibly Rob Gronkowski. And I'm going to throw this to him, and that will be incomplete. So this will be leading to a 2nd down and 10 here for the London Bulldogs, apparently. So now Drew Brees, he's ready to throw the football. He's going to pass it to Rob Gronkowski, and he's going to get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And this will be his first touchdown reception of the postseason. And London is now going to lead this 14-0 here at Wembley Stadium. So we'll see you guys after the 2-minute warning. All right, now this is 2nd and 9 from the 32 here in London. So now the Minnesota Vikings are ready to throw the football. They're going to pass this off to Kyle Rudolph, and that will be completed. But this will lead into a 3rd down and 1 here for the Vikings. So now Kirk Cousins, he's trying to, and he gets sacked. The ball is out, and the London Bulldogs have the possession, and they score this touchdown fair and square. So now this is going to be a 21-0 lead here in London, England. So they're going to take this one to the house, and he's going to return it all the way into the end zone. The first defensive touchdown for the Bulldogs in this football game and in the postseason. So now we're going to take a break, and we'll see you guys when we are back on offense. All right, now we're ready to return the punt here, as it's now 20-0. We were attempting to do a field goal, but then turns out I accidentally clicked one of the buttons, and it turned out I had to do a fake field goal play there, so it did not count for that. So now it's now 20-0 here in London. So at least we're winning, which is a good thing. And we want to move on to the divisional round as we see Drew Brees. I'm going to run him in. I'm going to use him to run it in to the 1st down line. And yes, he does get a 1st down there. So now we're going to do a passing play, and I'm thinking of using a Y corner. And now this is 1st and 10. Brees ready to throw this football, and that is going to be an incomplete pass. 1 for 3 there, 26 yards and 1 touchdown on that play. So now we may as well do another passing play until this half ends. So we're going to use a PA middle shot here, and this is going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 37. By the way, in case if you were wondering who made that incredible fumble recovery for a touchdown, it was Terrell Suggs, the former Baltimore Ravens linebacker who played alongside with Ray Lewis and won a Super Bowl together. And now Drew Brees, he's ready to throw the football, and I'm going to pass this off to Larry Fitzgerald, and we're going to take another timeout until Well, this might be our last timeout that we might actually take, so we're going to save that last one in case if we absolutely need it. So this is going to be a 1st and goal, and I get sacked. We'll see you guys at the second half. Okay, now this is kickoff time for the second half. It's now 20-0 Bulldogs. And we got Jalen Ramsey ready to return here for the London Bulldogs football team. And he's going to get stopped there right around the 27-yard line. And this is going to be a 1st and 10. So right now we're going to use the I form here. We're going to use the ISO run play. As we got Drew Brees, I'm going to hand the ball off to Mark Ingram, and he gets stopped at the 31 there for only a gain of 4 yards. So this is now going to be a 2nd and 6. And we're at the 31, so now Drew Brees, he's ready to throw the football. He's going to pass it to Fitzgerald. And why is he going the other direction? And he's going to get stopped there at the 49, close to the middle of the field. So he is 4 for 6 there. And now we're going to use another quick slants route here for our offense. And now Drew Brees, he's going to throw this one to Larry Fitzgerald, and he jukes this out. And he's going to get this into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And it was a 49-yard touchdown there, and it's now going to be 27-0 here in London, England. All right, now this is going to be a 2nd and 10 here for the Minnesota Vikings as they hand the ball off. Oh, wait, he's going to throw the football this time. He might throw this one deep, and he gets sacked. Ball is out. And Malcolm Jenkins apparently has recovered the fumble for a touchdown. The 2nd turnover of the game for the Minnesota Vikings, and the 1st and the 2nd touchdown, defensive touchdown for this London Bulldogs team, as now they're going to lead this game 34-0. And we're going to take a break, and we'll see you guys when we are back on offense. All right, now we're going to use a strong formation here for our offense. So now Minnesota just got its 3rd turnover of the game. Dante Hightower got an INT. So I'm going to throw this football deep to Larry Fitzgerald, and he's going to get stopped there at the 15. And Michael Pierce is down and hurt, Minnesota's defensive lineman. So we're going to use a quick slants route here. And Minnesota only allowed 238 yards, I think, in total, to my understanding. So I'm going to throw it to him, and that will be incomplete. So 6 for 9, 189 yards there. So now this is going to be a 2nd and 10 here for London. So now they're going to throw the football, and they're going to pass it to Larry Fitzgerald, and this will end the 3rd quarter. And it will be his 3rd receiving touchdown of the postseason. So this will now be 41-0 here in London. All right, now this is going to be a 1st and 10 from the 31 here in London. As now Kirk Cousins, he's going to throw the ball, and it's going to be intercepted there. Malcolm Jenkins, he's going to take this all the way. He's going to run it all the way, and he is going to get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. 85-yard INT return there, and this will likely, and this will be, this is an incredible play there, as they read the offense, they read the quarterback, and they just ran it all the way. Malcolm Jenkins there that time. Good job by him. And it will now be 48-0. We're going to take a break. Okay, now Jimmy Smith got an INT, so now this will be Minnesota's 5th turnover of the game, as we got Joe Flacco here ready to hand the ball off to Mark Ingram. And he is going to run it all the way. No one's going to stop him. And he gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And this is a 53-yard touchdown, and the Bulldogs will now lead this 55-0. So look at him run all the way. No one's stopping him. And he gets it in for 6 points. Okay, now this is 4th and 13 here from the 28 with only 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. And Jalen Ramsey here is ready to return a punt here for the London Bulldogs. He's going to break tackles along the way. He's going to move the chains. He's going to get this into the end zone, and that will be a touchdown here for the Bulldogs. It will now be a 76-yard return for a touchdown, and this will now be 62-0 here in London, as the London Bulldogs are going to win this wild card weekend over the Minnesota Vikings. So look at him run. He gets it all the way in. All right, now, so the defense gets another touchdown here, and this is also a fumble recovery for a touchdown. As you guys see, Cameron Wake, he runs it all the way into the end zone, does that front flip, the Penn State product. Terrell Suggs makes a sack, and Cameron Wake returns it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs, and it's now going to be 69-0. We'll see you guys at the end of the game. And the London Bulldogs win it 69-0 on wildcard weekend. They did awesome on offense, defense, and special teams units because of the punt returns for touchdowns, defense for fumble recoveries, and INTs for touchdowns. So I'll explain more about that when we get into statistics. 69-0 is your final score. So Drew Brees, 152.1 passer rating, 7 out of 10 there, 3 touchdowns on the day. Ben Roethlisberger, 158.3 pass rating, 2 for 2, 57 yards and 1 touchdown on the day. Receiving wise, Larry Fitzgerald, 7 receptions, 191 yards and 3 touchdowns on the day. Justin Jefferson, 4 receptions, 26 yards, no touchdowns on the day. Rob Gronkowski did have broken ribs, but he did score a touchdown for his team. And let's check out the defense. Our Bulldogs defense did really well. Danielle Hunter, Joe McCoy, Jonathan Allen, and Cameron Wake all had sacks in this game. Jimmy Smith, Malcolm Jenkins, and Dante Hightower all had INTs. Malcolm Jenkins had it for 88 yards and a touchdown. So there were 2 defensive touchdowns by Jenkins, 1 by Suggs, and 1 by Wake. So that was a fumble recovery. And punt return wise, I think there was 3, 128, and 1 touchdown for Jalen Ramsey.